Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Marquette Golden Eagles Dynasty here on NCAA 14. Last episode, we got our inaugural game in where we actually defeated the Akron Zips late with pick 6 from Juice Campbell. And as promised, we're going to look at some of our players here. We won't look at our whole roster, although there you can see Matt Barr's at the top, 80 overall. Today, we'll look at our quarterback. Here's Dylan Koufax, who's coming off a very clean game there against the Zips. 18 for 25, just under 200 yards, a touchdown. And he got sacked a few times, so his rushing stats were a little impaired there. And here's Jake Haywood, our backup quarterback. We came into the year, still early on here, but we came in, we thought Haywood and Koufax would probably split duties here. Haywood more of a pocket passer. As you see, 81 throw power, 74 throw accuracy. Koufax's arm is a little bit limited. 73 throw power, 78 accuracy. So we thought Haywood would come in for a few drives, but Koufax just held it down, so we decided to roll with him. And then we'll take a look at some of our running backs here. Javon Ashley, he had a few nice runs there in week 1, but overall, pretty bad performance, 18 yards on 11 carries. But our offensive line is a huge liability as well. And then Theo Briggs, just under 3 yards per rush on 11 touches, and our first touchdown here in this series as well. Receivers, I'll just scroll down here. Lamont Collier and Michael Galloway are stars. I think only Collier had a catch, 2 catches. I don't think Galloway got on the board at all. Nope. But then Shane Lytle, 5 catches. He was the most active player for us through the air with that touchdown as well. And then I touched on Jordan Pinson. He had a nice catch for 26 yards there in episode 1. He's only a freshman, and he's 68 overall. So if you compare him to Collier, who's a fifth-year senior, he's not even 10 overall points behind Collier. So by the time Pinson's a junior, senior, he should be a very, very good player for us. And then we'll look at a couple defensive guys. Travell Terry, 2 interceptions, 1 in the red zone, as you probably remember. We decided to take it out and then faulted there at the last second. Should have just stuck with it, and we ended up putting it out at the 1 yard line, and then we got safetied on the next play. So Travell Terry, more interceptions than tackles there in episode 1 with a couple picks. And then the hero from episode 1, Juice Campbell, with that pick 6. He had a pass deflection, 4 tackles as well, and I thought he was a junior, but he's actually only a redshirt sophomore. So we will have him for the first 3 seasons here in this series, as he plays alongside Dickenzie Durant for the next 2, as they're both our starting corners. We got a big drop-off here at corner. Going down now, Marcus Dixon, a 63 overall junior, and he is actually our fastest player at 90, at a 90 speed. So not much speed on this team, and now we're set here with a big test as we're going to take on the Indiana Hoosiers. And as you can see there, they have the advantage by a good margin there for overall offense and defensive rating, but we're going to try and hang in here and see how we do. Now it's time for some football. We're here at a rainy Bloomington, Indiana for this affair against the Indiana Hoosiers, who are coming off a 35-0 victory in week 1 against FCS Midwest. So here they look to continue to stomp on the lower competition. Now we're here for the coin toss. And we did lose the coin toss in week 1, so we are 0 for 1 on coin tosses, for what it's worth. We go heads, and we do win this coin toss, folks. And I don't know. I think usually I'll kick first, but why not? We'll just roll with the ball first here. As we're set here in Bloomington, and Indiana's going to kick it off there to Dickenzie Durant, and why not? We'll just take it out here. And Durant does not even make it back to the 20-yard line, as Dylan Koufax will trot out for Marquette, and they'll take over at our own 19. So let's see. We're going to try and get the run incorporated here in a rainy game, although we did struggle from that aspect in week 1. No, we're going to open with a pass. Flip the script here from week 1 as we see Dylan Koufax out there again. See if he can win play another clean game here. Just a quick pass there to Grant Cooper. He'll get ahead for 8. A little pitch and catch right out of the gate there. Brings up a 2nd and 2. Theo Briggs back there. Coming off a decent week 1 performance where he did reach the end zone. As he's going to power ahead there for 5 and a first down. Still getting acclimated with this playbook. There's a lot of formations and a lot of different looks we can present, which will come in handy down the line when we have more of our own personnel. As now Tyson Bolt is back there for the handoff. He picks up a yard. Tyson Bolt, a sophomore running back. And he's probably our most athletic tailback on this roster. Still needs to develop a little bit, but he's someone that'll be out there a lot probably next season and maybe even towards the end of this season. It's now a 2nd and 9 for Marquette. Storm Norwood now in the backfield. We're just playing musical chairs back there, so he's going to get the give. Nice power there, and he's going to storm ahead for the 10-yard rush on a first down. Storm Norwood with his first touch of the season here early on in this game against Indiana. Just mixing everybody in there. I don't mind it. As Briggs now back out there. And he'll get stopped there in the backfield. A 1-yard loss. Good tackle from Alex Todd for Indiana. And not really any players of note on this Indiana team, although sophomore Tevin Coleman is their backup running back. So that's pretty interesting. We'll probably see him a little bit in this one. Try an option play here. Option always risky in these games, but we'll give it a shot. What do we got to lose? And nothing doing there as Ashley was taken out and Koufax had no room upfield. Nice tackle for loss there from Mark Murphy to bring up a 3rd and 12 now for Marquette. Go with a slot pivot here. 3rd and 12 from our own 40-yard line. Indiana rushes 4. Koufax has a man over the middle. That's Shane Lytle. He's going to pick up the first down there on 3rd and 12. 16-yard pickup from Shane Lytle. Proving to be our most reliable pass catcher here so far through the first game and a game and a quarter or so. And that brings up a fresh set of downs for the Golden Eagles. I mean, the passing game has been working for us, so why not stick with it? I thought we were going to really struggle trying to pass here in this one. And when I say this one, I just mean this series so far, as obviously it's still very early in this game against a good team, or a team better than us there, as Grant Cooper gets another good catch there for 12 yards. And another Marquette first down as we're driving right down the field here. And I wasn't expecting this. Koufax opens up 3 for 3, continuing his efficient demonstration so far. Now just 4 minutes here in this first quarter. As Ashley will get a give outside. He has a block in front. He's going to take it up the sideline. And he's hit hard there at the sideline as Javon Ashley, his biggest rush so far, 20-yard gain into the red zone here for Marquette. And he's hit hard there by Gary Heben, who is the highest overall on this Indiana team, as he did force a fumble there as well, but luckily we're at the sideline. Now at the 12-yard line here. I think we'll stay in this formation for now. Now 1st and 10 from the 12 as we look to score a touchdown here on our opening drive. Still looking to get Michael Galloway at the right there involved. And he's going to get a target here. He'll get the catch, his first catch of the season for 7, bringing up a 2nd and 3. Now inside the 5 here. Indiana pushed up against their own territory. Briggs with the give, and he'll lose another yard. It's now a 3rd and 3 here for Marquette, as we definitely want to capitalize with a touchdown here off this nice drive where we've been able to control the clock and keep the chains moving. All right, crucial 3rd down here, 3rd and 4, as Ashley, Briggs, and Cooper all in the backfield in this formation. Koufax has no time. He's rushed and sacked. That was instant pressure there from Darius Latham. That's a familiar name. As now Marquette's going to be forced to kick a field goal. 4th and 12, a 31-yard attempt here from Dylan Mackey. 1 for 1 last week. And he'll sink this one through as well. As Marquette does take a 3-0 lead here against the Indiana Hoosiers. And we put them on an upset watch here in week 2. Matt Barr's there on the kickoff for Marquette. And that's only going to get to about Indiana's 10-yard line already, as they have good field position. Field position, a huge struggle for us in week 1. As the return, is that Cody Latimer? Oh no, Cody Latimer is also on this team, but that was not him on the return. Although it will go back for clipping. So Marquette catches a break there. Danny Friend on the clip. And Indiana will go back to the 17. Field position we've been mightily struggling with. We don't really have any good kickers on this team to boot it deep, and most times they're going to get a good return against us. I want to run a little more not against. I was going to run a little more 4-3 in this game, but not against 4 receiver set. Well, at least go nickel here. As Travell Terry looks to corral another couple interceptions in this one to build off last week. Trey Roberson's first action, and he'll be brought down at the line of scrimmage on a scramble attempt by Darquez Goddard, and they will give him a sack, it says at the bottom there. So Darquez Goddard with another sack here in this one. Look at the give there to Houston. Stephen Houston on the carry. He doesn't get anything. So now a quick 3rd and 10 here for Indiana. As Roberson will drop back. And Travell Terry is just there to get the hand in front, and Marquette forces a 3rd and out, or a 3 and out on the opening drive against the Hoosiers. Travell Terry making his presence known in coverage yet again early on in this one. So Indiana to punt, and Juice Campbell back there on the return. Our hero there in week 1 with a pick 6 late to put Marquette on top. And we'll just fair catch that one. Probably had some room to run, but as I stressed in episode 1, it's a little easy to take advantage of punt and kick returns here. They always give you a lot of space. You can just dance your way around and make it work for you. So I try to avoid that and just keep it a little more organic, of course, here on this channel, as we like to do. Now Marquette takes over with good field position for once at the 44, knocking on the door of midfield as it gives to Theo Briggs. And he'll power his way forward yet again to the 49 for 4 yards. This is just the kind of football we have to play. These little dip and dunk passes, rely on the running game most of the time. And I think we should be all right. Definitely got to limit turnovers, as we only surrendered 1 turnover there in week 1 on a fumble from a sack on Koufax. As Briggs another one. And he'll get ahead past midfield for 6 yards and a 1st down. Couple good runs there put together by Theo Briggs. Now in Indiana territory at the 46, a 1st and 10 for Dylan Koufax here. He's going to be rushed, have to flush out of the pocket, tries to work around. He works towards the sideline and picks up 1 yard. So another drop back there for Koufax, and he doesn't have any time for anything. He just has to try and make something work with his legs. Snow come back in this 3-back formation. And Ashley will get the give. And he'll get nothing there. So that brings up another 3rd and 10 here for Marquette. And we were pretty good there on 3rd downs last drive. Darius Latham with another stop there for Indiana. So have to get rid of it there quick for Briggs, who just gets the 1st down on a quick angle route. And Briggs, like I said in episode 1, not known for his catching ability, but he's had a couple big catches here in the first 2 weeks now. Koufax now 5 for 5 as this first quarter winds down. I think I will just give it here to Ashley. I think he has some space. And he'll only pick up a couple. So 2nd and 8 will face at the start of the second quarter. Now 2nd and 8 for Marquette at the start of this second quarter. They'll give it again to Javon Ashley, and he'll work his way ahead for 7, bringing up a 3rd and 1 here for Marquette. Some nice runs here from Ashley that we didn't see in week 1. I think he's already eclipsed his week 1 total on maybe a quarter of the carries. So Indiana's run defense not really stacking up with Akron, who we faced last week. Now 3rd and 1. It'll be another give to Ashley, and he's going to be stopped there. I think that was a safety on the blitz. David Cooper, and he'll get Ashley there in the backfield to bring up a 4th down here for Marquette. Facing a 43-yard field goal, and they're telling us to go for it. Yeah, I don't think Mackey has this range, so we're just going to have to go for it here on 4th and 1 from the 26. And they're going to stack the line here and stack the box. I think this is is this a dive or a fake to the fullback? Okay, good. Fullback dive. And Colton Clay, our fullback, will just get it. Just got through the tackles there on his first touch of the season. 8 first downs for Marquette, starting off this game tremendously. And Indiana just with that 1-3 and out so far, as Marquette's controlled possession. Koufax on the read option, and he'll work his way ahead for 15. I think that was a linebacker safety going inside, and he just committed to Ashley as Koufax was left to make a big run upfield. And now Marquette back in the red zone again, coming from Indiana's 10-yard line now. The give to Theo Briggs. He redirects, and he'll pick up 3. Now 2nd and 7. 117 yards here for Marquette against 0 for Indiana. And they're going to bring pressure, and Koufax doesn't even have time to get a pass off, and he's going to be sacked. Alex Todd, another stop in the backfield. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 12 here for Marquette. And you would hate to have to settle for another field goal, but the pass blocking just really isn't giving us any time to get anything off unless we're getting those quick throws off. So now Dexter Dowling in the backfield, will throw him in to pass protect. And we're just going to dump it off there for Shane Lytle. And he really had no space to work. Nothing else was really open upfield, so we just dump it off for Lytle. Hope he can make something happen. And he's forced out there at the sideline. We're going to have to settle for another field goal here. Mackey on the angle will knock that one through. So Marquette goes up 6-0 now, doubling their lead. And let's see if our defense can hold strong now. Almost halfway through this second quarter, and Indiana has only had 3 offensive plays. And that's only going to get out to about Indiana's 9-yard line. Picked up there by Padmore. He'll work his way up, and he's stopped there. At the 33-yard line, that'll bring out Indiana for their second offensive drive of the game. Roberson will drop back. He'll get his first completion there to Cody Latimer. And some of you should be familiar with Cody Latimer. Spent some time there in the NFL. And I think worked his way into the UFL, the USFL, XFL, one of those. Roberson drops back again. He'll scramble this one out. And he'll stiff arm Tyler Black and work his way for more. Breaks another tackle. Trey Roberson still going up. And then he carries Highsmith for some more yardage as Trey Roberson just aching to get out there, and he'll pick up 40 yards there for Indiana. And now within striking distance, looking to take the lead here. As we hit 4 minutes now, Indiana ready to call another play. Setting a man in motion. They'll give there to Houston, and he'll be stopped there in the backfield. I think another good play. I was going to say, I thought that was Darquez Goddard, but actually Ladarius Gresham comes over from the other side to get the stop there. Now a second, you see 67 Dan Feeney there as well for Indiana. So some familiar faces here against the Hoosiers, as they'll try and get some yardage back here on 2nd and 12. Look at a pass there. Dropped by Wynn, working over the middle. Now bringing up a 3rd and 12 for Indiana. A lot of momentum off that Roberson run, but just they haven't been able to do anything following. As they'll try and convert here, though. 3rd and 12 from Marquette's 25-yard line. Roberson will drop back. Has some time, and then he's going to be sacked. He fumbles. Wow, he had a lot of time to throw there. I think he was sacked by, was that Dallas Wood? No, Gavin Battaglia. Battaglia, persistent pass rusher. Nice spin move, and he had a nice sack there in week 1 as well, as he forces the fumble there on Trey Roberson. Luckily, Indiana picks it up now, and they'll face a 41-yard field goal attempt to try and split this deficit in half. Field goal kick is up, and it's good. Just tucks there against the post, and Indiana gets on the board. And that just got in there. And now they'll be on for the kickoff as Marquette looks to extend their lead a little bit. Durant will field it from about the 2-yard line and take it up on the kick return. And no coverage there as he stopped again at about the 19-yard line or so. And there you see it, just 8 plays for Indiana, but they only trail by 3 here. We need to get a touchdown. I don't think we're going to win this game with just field goals. I don't know how long our defense will be able to stand this. I'd have to think they get going at some point. I mean, you just saw that run from Roberson. He just powered over everybody. They should just let him run it every play here as Dylan Koufax will take over for another drive. Just over 3 minutes. Ashley on the give. Runs into his own man, but will still manage to pick up 4 there as Marquette will face a 2nd and 6. This time Dexter Dowling out there. Koufax will take it. He'll give back to Dowling. And Dowling's only able to manage to pick up maybe another yard there. I think that was his first touch of the season as well for Dexter Dowling, one of our reserve backs. We have plenty of them. And I'm just a little hesitant to pass here. But I think we're going to get stuffed on a run, so we'll give Koufax some freedom as they bring some pressure. Nothing open, he'll try and get the pass off, and he's hit there as he barely just got it off. And Marquette will have to punt for the first time in this game. Good pressure there from Indiana. Now Matt Barr is on for the first punt. I believe he had maybe 4 or 5 last week in our opener. As we hit 2 minutes here, he'll get it off to about the 33, 34-yard line. Padmore picks it up. He'll stiff arm somebody. And then he's hit hard, but he'll get it out to about Marquette's 45-yard line. So Indiana takes over with a chance to tie it or even pull ahead here late, despite not having any possession at all really in this half of football. And he'll hit Hughes over the middle. Breaks the tackle, still working. And then finally brought down, although he probably went backwards a little bit, only picking up 3 there. Now they'll go with just Houston in the backfield, spread. And he does hit Houston on the check down for 6 yards, now bringing up a 3rd and 1 as he's hit hard there by Travell Terry. Third and 1 here for the Hoosiers. And they give there to Houston. They had a nice block there by a guard working up to the 2nd level. Maybe that was Dan Feeney. And they're going to get a fresh set of downs here driving towards the end of the first half. Roberson's going to work it up. He beats Travell Terry one-on-one and gets 17 yards there. Indiana's most explosive plays coming on runs from Trey Roberson, their quarterback. Now here at the 10-yard line, knocking on the door for a touchdown against Marquette, trying to take the lead. Bolster over in motion. And then he gives off to Houston. And Houston's going to work his way up, and he's going to score for Indiana, powering his way over a Marquette defender. As they take a 3-point lead here, pending the extra point. Good blocking there, and we just couldn't get over in time. As he had a nice lane there to the end zone. And we really couldn't have played this half much better. And despite that, we trail. Let's see if Dylan Koufax now can get us going with something late. Mackenzie Durant will field it from the 2-yard line. Trying to work his way past the 20 for the first time, and I think he just gets there. Now, Grant Cooper, Briggs, and Ashley there in the backfield as the give will be to Ashley. And he'll work his way ahead for just 3, maybe trying to catch Indiana off guard there with a run. Now, 2nd and 7 as time's ticking here with under a minute left. Marquette still with 3 timeouts. And he'll pass there to Galloway, who drops it on contact. He had Galloway working vertically, but he's just hit there at the catch point, and he can't hang on. There's now just 47 seconds remain. 3rd and 7 for Marquette. Koufax drops back. Oh, man, it looked like he had someone there. It looked like he might have had Collier or even Lytle going upfield, but the good play there from the safety. He committed upfield, and then it looked like Koufax wanted to go down or drop it off for Collier on the curl, but he just couldn't get it off in time as he sacked again to stall a Marquette drive. And now Indiana's going to take over again here at about midfield with 38 seconds left to maybe tack on to their lead. So see Roberson and Houston back there again for the Hoosiers, both having good performances here in the second quarter when Indiana's been able to hold the ball a little bit. 6-yard catch there for Ted Bolzer. Roberson just 4 for 6, 20 yards in this first half, but of course making a big impact with his legs as he hits Cody Latimer upfield there at the sideline for 34 yards. And they're not, one touchdown wasn't enough for them here. They're trying to get another one. And they'll just spike it there to stop the clock now. 18 seconds as we're just trying to hold them to a field goal now. 2nd and 10 for Indiana. Roberson drops back to pass. He gets that one off for Carsaro, who tries to make the one-handed snag at the plane there, but he couldn't reel that one in. So now it's going to bring up our 3rd and 10 for Indiana. Roberson's going to drop back for this one as they look to get a touchdown. And Juice Campbell with another pick. And he's going to take this one the other way with some space. Breaks the tackle there from the lineman, but he's tackled there at the 25. Juice Campbell with another interception working there in man coverage. Just gets his body back in time to react to that one. Juice Campbell looking like a stud here so far in this series. As Marquette forces the turnover. And they'll hold Indiana with probably most likely a field goal attempt in that situation. So they preserve just a four-point deficit here. And to wind down this second quarter, they'll just give to Koufax, who has some space working upfield. I tried to call a timeout there to preserve that second on the clock, but it wouldn't let me for some reason. So Marquette's only, after a very good half of football, we weren't able to convert on our red zone opportunities and turn those into touchdowns. So we do trail 10-6 off an explosive drive there from Trey Roberson and the Indiana Hoosiers. But at least towards the end, Juice Campbell secured an interception to preserve only a 4-point deficit for Marquette heading into the second half, which I don't think you could be too upset about at this point, all things considered. Now, getting set for this second half of football, you see there that we've almost tripled Indiana here in time on possession. So we just need to turn that into more points, as 6 is just not going to cut it. But at least we've been able to play turnover-free football, and we have to keep that type of pace here in the second half if we want to pull ahead here against a Big Ten opponent in the Indiana Hoosiers. So now Marquette, after receiving the ball to start the game, will kick it off here from Matt Bars. And as we've seen, his kick, that one actually made it a little further there to the 5, but Hughes is going to field it. He'll work his way up the sideline and makes it out to the 37-yard line for Indiana. Again, field position just has never, I don't think it's going to be in our favor at all through this first season here. But that's okay. That's stuff we have to improve on as we build this program. It's not going to be good at the start. As Indiana back out there after some good offensive drives, despite that interception there. And he'll hit Shane Wynn there at the 46 as Indiana now faces a 2nd and 1, almost across midfield. And we're just going to bring pressure here. And that did not work out. I was risking it a little bit as Wynn will break a tackle, and he's going to go all the way for Indiana. I don't know what I was thinking there with the all-out blitz. But Trey Roberson now, he's getting his passing numbers up early on in the second half. And then Bush was not able to get the tackle. Then he breaks that Juice Campbell tackle as well. So tackling in this game obviously proving to be detrimental to this team. And Indiana's going to go on the board early here out of the gate in the second half. As they add an extra point now, Marquette up 6-0 early, and they fall now 17-0. Kickoff there from Indiana. Durant's going to take this one out of the end zone and work his way up, as he does get some good blocking this time and makes it to about the 23-24 yard line. As we're gonna need to get this offense going a little bit. It's been dormant after a couple good starts to start this game. We had some time passing early on, but since then our pass protection has been non-existent. We do go empty here on a 1st and 10. And Koufax can't get a pass off again as he's sacked. Bobby Richardson there for Indiana. Nothing's developing here for Marquette. And they're paying for it as Montez Chamberlain cannot hold the block there. And Koufax forced to eat just another sack there. So we're definitely going to have to get more of these quick passes involved, because those dropbacks just are not working. Here we get a quick one off to Devon Ashley, who drops it. Bringing up a 3rd and 21 here for Marquette. Let's see if Koufax can work some magic. I think after our first 2 third down conversions, we've then been 0-5 since. As Koufax will drop back. He'll be able to hit there Jonathan Thomas, and I thought he was going to keep streaking upfield, but that was actually an in route, as he'll pick up 14. But that brings up a 4th and 7 here, as Marquette's going to be forced to punt again. Try to get this one off towards the sideline. That Bars boots it off, and that's going to go to Indiana's 32. Picked up there by Padmore, and he'll work his way up. Jukes out some guys. He's going to work his way upfield. He's going to bring it back all the way. Punt return here for Indiana, but there was a flag, so this one's going to be coming back. Clipping there on Tim Bennett wipes out the punt return, and Indiana's going to go back 50 to midfield, where they start this drive. Looking to pull ahead here. I think we just got to keep our nickel defense out there. It seems we have most success so far with our nickel. So we'll get that extra DB. Roberson back out there for Indiana under center. He drops back. He hits a man over the middle. It's Cody Latimer. 7-yard pickup here for Indiana. Give there to Houston. And Terry meets him at the line, as he does go ahead for the first down off a 4-yard rush there from Stephen Houston. Another pass here as he goes on the out route to Shane Wynn, who brings it in for 8 yards. Stopped there at the sideline, bringing up a 2nd and 2 now for Indiana. Roberson back to pass. He hits his man Bolzer there out of the backfield. And that's a short game, but it will pick up the first down. Indiana now putting some consecutive first downs together, working with new sets of drives here. Pretty frequent in the second half. Now a quick pass there from Roberson, picked off by Dickenzie Durant on the wide receiver screen. And Dickenzie Durant's going to go the other way. And he'll take it for a pick six. So pick sixes from both our corners here in the first two games. And that's going to bring us back in this one a little bit. Roberson just telegraphed that on the wide receiver screen very, very poorly. And Durant was right there, and he's going to take it back all the way for the Marquette touchdown. Our defense scoring more points than our offense here so far in this series. And I don't know, I want to go for two here, make it a 3-point game. It's telling us to go for the field goal. Should we just try and run this one in? I feel like a quick pass would be nice here, but we're just going to try and power it in there with Ashley. And he runs into a lineman, and he's not going to be able to. Our lineman on motion just ran right into us, and we're stopped there, short. So that's going to be a 5-point gain. A pick six there from Dickenzie Durant claws Marquette back in a little bit. As Indiana, again, with good field position. Hard hit there, though, on special teams for Marquette. Now Indiana from the 32. And Trey Roberson will look to rebound off his second interception of the game. Fake to give to Houston. He'll pass this one. And Latimer with a nice route there just beats Juice Campbell at the sideline for a 14-yard pickup. His fourth catch of the game, 60 yards now for Cody Latimer. Trey Roberson, another pass to Shane Wynn there. A good gain, and they'll pick up the first down. This nonstop hurry up here in NCAA is just grueling sometimes. Every team just runs hurry up, and it makes the games forever, as it looks like Juice Campbell would have a shot for another interception, but it goes off the hands of Latimer for a drop. And now it'll be 2nd and 10 for Indiana. Houston in the backfield. And we still haven't seen any Tevin Coleman. I thought we might at least see a few carries from him in this game as Houston picks up 6 up the middle. Now a 3rd and 4 here, and Marquette is desperate for a stop. Roberson drops back. He has his man Wynn at the sideline, but he won't get the first down. So now they have a decision to make here. 4th and inches, and they're going to go for the 45-yard field goal instead, which I am kind of pleased to see. I think they would beat us at the line of scrimmage if they wanted to run for 1 yard quite easily, as Indiana kicks the 41-yard field goal, and they'll take an 8-point lead here. So maybe we should have just went for the extra point before, but I'll stand pat, and I think we went for the right decision there. Durant brings that one out to about the 20. And Marquette is looking to get something going here. I don't even know really what to call. This will try a run, see how that goes. Tron Ashley on the give. He runs into a lineman again, so our lineman there, Jarvis Sneed, 65, just keeps pulling into our running back at the exchange point. Now 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup. And we have Ashley there in the flat. He'll get it. And he'll pick up 5 yards there, bring up a 3rd and 2 now. I didn't mean to call the play so quick. I just bash an A. As they'll give us an ISO here to Ashley. Let's see if we can convert here on 3rd and 2. And they give it to Ashley up the middle, and he picks up more as Marquette with a fresh set of downs here, as they're looking to scrap their way back in and tie this game up. Kofak back to pass. He has a man over the middle, and Shane Lytle on the slant is going to drop it. Looks like he had a little room to run as well. So that brings up a 2nd and 10 here for Marquette. Kofak's back to pass again. He'll just give off there to Jordan Pinson, the freshman. And Jordan Pinson with an 8-yard catch there, bringing up a 3rd and 2 for the Golden Eagles. Now 3rd and 2 here for the Marquette Golden Eagles. It's going to be a give outside to Javon Ashley. He'll try and spin away, but he's taken down there for a loss. As our running game just cannot convert here on these 3rd and shorts. We're going to have to just keep it in the hand of Dylan Koufax, it looks like, as Matt Barr's on for another punt here. I was going to reach just inside Indiana 20, taken out by Padmore. And he'll take it down to the 33. There's another flag there on a punt return from Indiana. And another clipping call there on the Hoosiers. Kenny Mullins, so that'll drive him back to the 18. And Marquette could do with driving Indiana back a little bit further. Obviously, field position has not been a strength of ours. So Trey Roberson back out there for Indiana, looking to add on to this Hoosiers lead. And Shane Wynn's going to drop another one there over the middle of the field. And it was slightly contested there. Now a 2nd and 10 for Indiana. Roberson will give there to Houston. And he'll work his way up for 10 yards and a 1st down. You'd expect them to kind of start running the ball a little bit more here to close this game out. Marquette's offense just can't put anything together here after his initial couple drives to start the game. As Roberson dumps there to Bolzer, and he's going to bulldoze his way forward for 11 yards and another Indiana 1st down. Our tackling just not holding up here in this one either. Now another 1st and 10 for the Hoosiers. Roberson off the pump fake. His pass downfield picked up there by Wynn. Good catch, as Marcus Dixon just did not locate the ball there. And another big gain here for the Hoosiers. Another hurry up down the field for whatever reason. As a play fake, Roberson, he's going to elect to keep it. And he's met there hard by Travell Terry. A good hit there by the Marquette middle linebacker. His 6th tackle here in this one. Only 1 tackle in week 1, now 6 and a tackle for loss here in week 2. Indiana back to pass. And Hughes had it on the curl there and just drops it wide open. So that'll bring up a 3rd down for the Hoosiers. Now Roberson back to pass on this 3rd down. A screen there to Houston. And he's wrapped up there by Davin Rice for a 5-yard loss, forcing another Indiana field goal attempt. Looks like Juice Campbell, bruised ankle, will return soon. So we'll just sub in Durant for now, as Indiana now on for a 46-yard field goal attempt. Their kicker 2 for 2 in this one. And that kick is just going to tuck in there, as Indiana now up 11 points. So now 25 seconds remaining on this kickoff. And Durant's going to field it from about his 2 or 3 yard line, as it's been the case most of this game. And he'll work his way up to the 23, as Marquette desperate to get something going here on offense as this game winds down. Now only 22 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Marquette another option here, as Koufax tried to lateral it back and it's fumbled. That's something you always got to worry about on those options. And I don't know why Koufax tried to pitch that one back. Probably just better off to hang on to that one and just take your losses. And now the turnover bug does bite Marquette, as they turn it over in their own zone, and Indiana takes over at the 25. Well within striking distance to tack onto their lead, as Roberson is going to throw that one away quickly. Roberson gives to Houston. He's met there by Plummer. He'll pummel him over for another 1st down. It seems almost every time Indiana calls a play, they're getting a 1st down here against this Marquette defense in the 2nd half. Now Houston up the middle with room, and he's going to misdirect clear away from Tyler Black there, who was the lone defender, and Stephen Houston with a touchdown, tacking onto this Indiana lead as they're going to go up 30-12 now against the Golden Eagles. And what started off so promising has faltered here as we've now given up 30, and we've been outscored 30-6 essentially since going up 6-0 early. So it's going to take a gargantuan effort here in the fourth quarter for Marquette. And maybe we'll get a look at backup quarterback Jake Haywood in this fourth quarter. Nice run there by Tyson Bolt to end the quarter. And he's not going away without a fight. A 9-yard pickup there by Bolt. As this third quarter is going to come to an end, and it sees Marquette fall down even further, although we did get that Dickenzie Durant touchdown. Now Marquette goes empty here on 2nd and 1. Gets that one off for Michael Galloway. That's a 9-yard pickup for the senior wide receiver. His second catch of the game. I think Koufax got hit just as he threw there. Koufax still an efficient effort at 10 of 14, but he has been sacked a few times here in this one. As Javon Ashley will get this drive started with a nice 6-yard run up the middle. He's been fairly consistent here in this game after a rough showing in week 1. So Koufax does stay out there for this drive at least. We might get Haywood in there for a couple drives at the end. And Koufax is sacked on that one, and I forgot to mention my right bumper does not work sometimes on this controller, so I try to get that one off. It was an easy, quick slant there, but instead Koufax takes the sack, now bringing up a 3rd and 8. Totally forgot about my inoperable right bumper. So I do have a new Xbox 360 controller in transit, so bear with me on that one. Now a 3rd and 8 here for Marquette as we hit 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. And Koufax will just give that to Ashley, who makes up for the last sack with a 12-yard catch. And of course, here on, we're getting our backs involved in the running game with these dump-offs. We don't have time to throw. We just got to get rid of it quick. Now Koufax over 100 yards here in the fourth quarter. He's back to pass again, as he'll have his tight end, Grant Cooper, for a 12-yard first down. Nice pitch and catch there from the quarterback to the tight end. Now 1st and 10 here for Marquette, driving deeper into Indiana territory. And a dump off there for the running back is intercepted as Koufax was hit hard, and it's intercepted. It seemed like Storm Norwood there had some space, and then Cooper just closes on it tremendously. And that's going to be the first interception of the season for Dylan Koufax. I was just thinking on the play prior how it's pretty remarkable we haven't thrown an interception yet. But there we go as we give the one up there. Now Indiana back with it, and they're pulling away here. Barry Barber with an explosive play there in the backfield for the shoestring tackle for loss. Stephen Houston out at 70 yards on 10 carries with a couple touchdowns to his credit. Second and 12 here for Indiana. And they'll give it to Houston. He's met there at the line of scrimmage, stays on his feet, and is able to pick up 4 on a productive carry. And why is Indiana still running hurry up here? Wouldn't you think they're chewing clock? I don't get the AI in this game. Roberson on the screen, almost sacked, and Travell Terry's there initially. Houston stiff arms him away, and then we're able to clean up there. I'm not sure who that was for Marquette. So that forces a 4th down here as Marquette will get it back down 18 with just over 4 minutes left to play in a 3-possession game. And the punt's going to go there at the sideline, picked up by Campbell, and he'll just be wrestled out there. 4:20 now in this fourth quarter. And we will throw Jake Haywood out there. I hate to pull Koufax after an interception. You know, you don't want to ruin his psyche, but we're kind of considering putting in Haywood there anyway, so we'll just roll with it, see what he can do for us through the air. as we're going to be just passing here on these final plays to close this game. So here's Jake Haywood, our first look at our junior quarterback. And his first pass he'll give there to Cooper. Cooper breaks a tackle. He spins away from a defender, and a nice pickup there by Grant Cooper. 20-yard catch from an unlikely candidate. You don't expect him to be spinning away. We'll take another look here. Nice tackle break right there, and a nice spin in open space for Grant Cooper. So Haywood 1 for 1 now on the season with a 20-yard completion on his first pass attempt. Marquette now goes empty with 4:04 left here. They bring pressure. Another pass there for Grant Cooper is wide open off the blitz for Indiana. And he scrounges up another 15 yards or so. Grant Cooper now at 5 catches for 66 yards on the day. And Marquette already in Indiana territory. He's going to hit Cooper there again with the closing safety, who was almost there in time to get a beat on that one, as Marquette will now start playing with some urgency here, going hurry up. Indiana trying to get set. Marquette still calls the play. And it looks like Haywood's not going to have anything open, and he'll just throw that one away. And that brings up a 3rd and 2. And we're going to go with a quick pass here, of course. We don't need any drop-back sacks at this point. Now 3:32 on this 3rd and 2 as Haywood drops back. He'll give there. And his pass just out in front of Galloway. So that's a little off-kilter from Jake Haywood. Now bringing up a 4th and 2 for Marquette. And we'll have Javon, Ashley, Briggs, and Clay all in the backfield. And they're going to run it here on 4th and 2. And another turnover on downs as they can't get any offensive line push. And it looks like that linebacker safety came in there and disrupted the play, giving the ball back here to Indiana. Now a nice run there outside by Stephen Houston, and he gets 9 yards. And now Indiana chewing clock here, up 18. Now less than 3 minutes left in the quarter. Read option there for Robertson. He has a lot of space going upfield, and he's hit hard there in the second level by Tyler Black. 17-yard gain there for Robertson. We do have more first downs in this game, more first downs than Indiana, so at least we're winning something. There's now just 2:15 left. We're going to start calling timeouts here, hoping we get a stop on this first down. And we only have one more timeout after this, so it won't do us much good here. So it looks like we're going to fall, obviously, here in week 2 in a game where we started promising as Ladarius Gresham gets a nice tackle for their loss there off tackle. So we had a nice start, but we just don't really have the firepower here to keep up with these teams. Indiana, I don't know who we play next week, but it is another opponent who outmatches us, I believe. But I don't think to the level of Indiana, who, of course, playing in the Big Ten, they're going to have a huge advantage over us here in this early game. It was late to take the timeout there, whatever. And my game management in this game hasn't been too great either. I'm kind of doing a couple things at once here, but no excuse, as at least I was able to get a win there in week 1. Now we're going to bring up a 4th and 14 off that Ahmad Plummer tackle for loss. He has not really been active here as one of Marquette's starting linebackers. Now just over 1 minute left here on a 4th and 14, and Indiana's going to punt back there to Juice Campbell. Punt off, and we'll just let that go for a touchback here with 54 seconds left on the clock, and we'll just give Jake Haywood a few more shots here. And Ladarius Gresham, hip bursitis, he's out. He will return soon, although it doesn't matter much at this point. Haywood's pass there for Collier, off kilter, and certainly not known for his accuracy. More for his arm strength, not so much for his accuracies. He's now 3 and 6 for 42 yards. Another drop back here for Haywood. He's going to roll out a little bit. There's Shane Lytle And he drops another one there working over the middle. Good route there from Lytle, but he just can't hang on through contact. And I think that's something that's going to kind of hamper his season. Some early drops here, although he is getting open. And Haywood's pass there on the check down, batted at the line of scrimmage. So now we'll have maybe one last chance here on a 4th and 10. All right, this game just dragging along here. 4th and 10 now, 43 seconds. And we'll try to convert. As they bring pressure, we'll get it off there to Morris, our backup tight end. And he's going to get ahead there for 13. They brought pressure there on that 4th down. There's now 38 seconds left for Marquette. Let's try and get a touchdown here, restore some dignity. Although I don't think that's happening, as that was our best option there. 3-yard check down for Michael Galloway working over the middle. Time ticking now, just 22 seconds. As we'll give Haywood another shot to let it rip here. Well, he's just going to go check down with nothing else open. And Theo Briggs with another catch. And that might be the last play of the game here, folks. Yeah, we're not going to get back to the line in time. Tried to run hurry up, but it didn't register, I suppose. As maybe we will get one more play off. Come on, let's go. Now Koufax back in. And Koufax will run this last play with 1 second. So maybe Haywood got hurt there. And Koufax will give to Cooper, who just goes out of bounds. So that's going to do it here in Bloomington as the Indiana crushes Marquette 30-12. As I said earlier, good start, but we just couldn't hold it together throughout the game against a more talented, more just overall better in every way here. So we'll look to bounce back in week 3. But a 1-1 record here so far in this Marquette Golden Eagles dynasty. And I don't know how many more games we're going to win, but I think 4 or 5 would be respectable. So hopefully we can get a few more wins on the year. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching as we continue this Marquette dynasty. And I appreciate your support tremendously. So as always, it's been real and be well. I'll see you next time.